No, no,
Hello.
let's keep it professional today. I want it to
Let's
be
keep it
snappy.
very
Yeah, no.
serious today.
Yeah, yeah. German. Let's make it German today, all
Ach
right?
so.
It's going to be German, all right? German style.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start in German. Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Wie geht's? Welcome back to the Reclaim podcast. And as promised today, we are going to talk about the experience we've had with the brand new eSIM because we are lucky. And there are maybe just even a couple hundred people, I think, around the world who have been testing the brand new mobile phone plan. And all of us are actually outside the USA. So what we've done, we tested the global access SIM. Therefore, we won't be able to provide with a review of the USA and how the coverage is over there. But this is going to be a great episode for those who live overseas and who are actually even traveling. And Vicky, you actually yourself, you on, especially for that episode, you went overseas and you traveled the world with your SIM card just to cross borders, have you?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I managed to cross border. I think it was the timing was right. We were planning on going to Malaysia over the weekend, and the eSIM came out just in time. So I said, why not try this? And actually, while I'm traveling, why don't I film everything so I can share what my experience would be like? So it was good.
Yeah. It's also good to see someone checked it. I was like, this would be a really good thing I'd like to check it myself. I'd like to travel overseas, but for us here in Australia, unless we go to Tasmania, it's not really overseas.
Yeah, that's not overseas, man. I hope there's no
No.
Aussie watching this.
Just a bit of a dig at the Tasmanians as
I
usual,
know.
but the closest we could do is New Zealand, right? But
Correct, yeah.
yeah, it's
Whereas
a little
Vicky,
little harder than just jumping a train. Yeah,
yeah, all you had to do, Vicky, is travel 25 minutes, is it?
yeah, nice.
Yeah, so the crossing the border itself is 25 minutes, but from the city, it takes extra it could take up to 2 hours, really, depending on the traffic and where you start. But
Yeah.
it's not a long trip, it's not a difficult trip. And we took the bus, which makes it also a lot easier and faster.
And there must be like a customs thing you have to pass through and stuff as well. So yeah,
Absolutely. So we take our
yeah,
passports,
yeah.
and then we scan them. But it's a rather quick process. There are people who live in Malaysia. Like the area is called JB or Johor Bahru, and everything is much cheaper on the other side.
So some
So
people live there and work in Singapore and
exactly.
stuff like that. Yeah, commute.
So that would be a perfect product for them, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So why don't we actually watch your video? It's just a short video. So we'll just watch the video and then we'll talk about it when we come back.
Sure.
Hey everyone! I'm about to head over to Malaysia and I'll be using the World Mobile Global Access Plan for this trip. Before that, let's check the internet speed here in Singapore. This is right outside my home. This is the internet speed in the underground subway. The signal is still pretty good enough to be connected. This is the internet speed when I'm on the subway above the ground. It's pretty fast. We are getting close to the border of Malaysia and Singapore, so we're gonna see how the speed of the internet is gonna change. Now we are on the bus on the way to Malaysia, and I'm going to take videos of how the signal changes, if any at all. To give you an idea, Singapore and Malaysia are really close to each other. From the Singapore checkpoint to the other side, it's less than 5 kilometers, and it takes about 25 minutes when there's no traffic. while crossing the border, and just after, there was a brief moment when I had no signal. But I didn't need to buy another SIM card, change my eSIM, restart my phone, or adjust any settings. I just had to give it a few minutes. And this is really helpful when you're carrying many bags, multitasking, or trying to book a taxi, or looking after your family. This lets you just leave everything as is, and it automatically connects to the new roaming network. So I just did a WhatsApp call, and I think the signal is much better. So let me try the test again. Of course, your experience might vary depending on your location or phone model, but this is how it worked for me. Now we're in Malaysia. As you can see, speeds did drop compared to Singapore, but I had no trouble doing important things while traveling, like using Google Maps, booking a Grab, which is like Uber here in Southeast Asia, scanning QR codes, using ChatGPT, or even uploading videos. So depending on your needs and what you're looking for, World Mobile's Global Access Plan can really be a lifesaver. It already works in 73 countries, and that list keeps growing. With other perks including built-in SIM security insurance coverage and even premier staking with cashback, I definitely recommend it. Scan the QR code and get started with the World Mobile plan that suits you best.
Yeah, so that was great. Victoria, did you, like previously when you've crossed that border, in terms of dealing with your phone and mobile connection, what have you had to do personally yourself in the past?
In the past, I guess, many years back, I went for those SIM cards that we would have to buy from the airport or before leaving the country and then insert it in the
Right, so
phone
you would have to
physically.
get a separate travel SIM for that country. Yeah,
Correct. Because I live in Singapore, I would just buy the eSIM that works in Malaysia.
yeah,
Um, but in other cases, I have traveled to Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, those areas
yeah.
nearby.
So
Or
that's the other thing, that it works for so many other countries as well. That
exactly.
it's, even if you're doing like little trips to a nearby country occasionally, where it would certainly be useful, but also just not having to worry about it no matter, well, maybe not no matter where you go, but 73 countries, is it at the
Yeah.
moment? Something like that, and increasing. So, yeah, that's great. I don't have to think about lots of areas. Yeah.
It is. That's a perfect travel product, really.
Yeah, for sure.
No need to worry. And in your video, we can see. So you said you lost connection just a little bit for a couple minutes,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
you didn't have to do
So
anything. You just switched.
no, you don't have to. Because when I traveled to other Southeast Asian countries, I would buy eSIMs, but it would be for 3 days or a week max.
Mm.
And so every time I go out, I would buy new eSIMs every time. And so if anybody's used those eSIMs before, they would stack up on your phone
Yeah.
setting. And it's kind of hard to delete them. It deletes sometimes, sometimes it doesn't. So I had like 10, 15 list of eSIMs
Mm.
that are just not usable. So this time I was able to remove all of them, but then having just one World Mobile travel SIM eSIM was very convenient because then, yeah, I just cross the border, or if I'm taking the plane, I would land and just wait, and I don't need to do anything else.
Do you imagine you doing a trip to Europe or something like this, where you have lots of borders and lots of countries? If you were doing a sort of a bit of a tour around a number of countries, it'd be really fantastic not to have to worry about all the different SIMs and stuff you would need. Yeah.
And the beauty of these SIMs is the fact that World Mobile is actually partnering and having roaming agreements with top tier telcos around the world. So we've experienced this here, Steve, in Australia, where I have a mobile plan in Australia here, which I don't pay much for it. I think it's around the $30 a month AUD. But that gives me access to an MVNO, and therefore I only have the access to the 4G and the kind of the old network. But what I've noticed with the World Mobile Global Access Plan is that I was connected to the fastest towers to the 5G. I clocked over 1 gigabit per second. So that was awesome. Did you notice this over in Singapore?
I think it automatically does connect to the fastest internet. And in the video, you could see that the speed drops in Malaysia, but it's not because of whatever World Mobile was doing, but it's more like the local network that's available. That
Mhm.
was the fastest. And I've experienced it when I wasn't using World Mobile before. Just on other eSIMs, it would drop to 20s or 10s megabytes per second.
So let's share with the audience here a dedicated platform for managing your SIM cards. And there we are here. I'm just gonna
It's
go.
not just that; it's also your World Mobile Life, right? I mean,
Correct.
it's got
Correct.
air nodes and all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see here that I've got my air nodes that have been attached to that dashboard because I use the same email as my air node dashboard. I've got my Premier staking tier, and what I'm getting, I've got my eSIM, all the eSIMs, and the staking rewards. So all of this is nicely laid out on the dashboard.
Yeah, I might just add quickly while you're on this page, if you go up to the little man in the top corner,
Yep.
I noticed there's options in here. So if you click on him, you can, with the security, you can create passkeys. So you can link this in with a USB key to improve the security and hardware wallets and stuff. So yeah, it's you can either sort of take a very simple option to accessing it just using your email, or you can secure it a bit tighter with a YubiKey or something like that. So I'm really liking this platform so far.
And you can even get
Got
to
your digital identity and stuff.
So this is the dashboard. And what I did was simply went to my plan and add a plan and picked up the global access. So from there, all you got to do is select your plan, then your method of payment, whether you're talking about, using credit card or using crypto even. You can pay by months for 6 months or yearly. But here you'll notice actually that my $70 plan is now only $65. And that's because I already have one. So this is the added perks where when you start combining plans for families, then you get discounts on the additional plans. You also have access to the travel eSIMs on this platform. So it's really a one-stop shop. And you can see that when you jump to the section of the Premier staking, you'll see your tier, you'll see the amount of rewards that you've earned. You can go in, in finer details, see that I've deposited 100 WMTx. These are my rewards. My subscription is still ongoing. This is the amount I've received. So yeah, a very comprehensive dashboard there. How did you guys find the experience of getting onto that dashboard and signing up?
Yeah, for me it was pretty straightforward, pretty good. I did run into a little bug with the Coinbase wallet, but I'm pretty sure the team's going to be addressing that. But it was just a very small bug. It's just switching networks basically. Yeah, but other than that, it was pretty easy. The other thing was that when I first, it was nice. So you get on the screen, it pops up a QR code. You just scan that. I think there was another option as well. You can key in all the numbers by hand if you want to suffer the pain. But I think most people are just going to scan the QR code.
And this is what we're seeing here on screen, Steve. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you scan the QR code, and easy as 1, 2, 3, as we say. You just go through the prompt, and you end up with your connection. And so just to be clear, this global access cards is data only, so it does not include calls and text. Hence,
one day, David, one day.
Yes, it's actually apparently in the works. So let's see. But what will happen is that you will have your primary SIM card will remain on the calls and text, but you can assign the data to the World Mobile SIM. There's even an option to switch. So if you were to exhaust your data on the World Mobile SIM card, it will switch back automatically to the data on your primary plan. And obviously the Android provides you with the option to turning on and off But it was very, very, very easy.
Yeah, I found it very smooth and good. There was just one thing that when I first, scanned in and loaded up that eSIM, I think initially it
Mhm.
was called Connect. I'm hoping they're going to be able to change that from Connect to World Mobile or something, just so it's a little bit more obvious for people. I managed to figure it out, but yeah.
What about you, Vicky?
Yeah, getting on board was very easy. I think for anyone who's never done it before, never had an eSIM installed, may take a little bit of time to navigate, but
Mhm.
it's pretty straightforward. And depending on the devices, I think you do need to wait a couple seconds or 30 seconds to load. But otherwise, yeah, very easy, very
Yeah,
straightforward.
can I ask, Vicky, are you on Apple or you on Android?
Yes, I'm on iOS.
So it was a fairly similar, straightforward experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Maybe not as good as Android, yeah?
No, of course
Yeah,
not.
no, of course not. We've had that debate before, Vicky.
I'm sure. So I will just agree on everything.
But look, I mentioned the speeds, and this is the last thing I wanted to show you. Look at this. I've been doing exact same location, a speed test on my own provider SIM. I was getting the 13, 14 meg, and this is what I got. So you can see I'm connected to 4G, but when I use the World Mobile SIM card, I get the 5G connection, and I managed to clock 1165. So that's as one would say, phenomenal speeds.
Yeah, I haven't been traveling to a lot of different locations recently, but where I have been going, I've been switching between the two and testing. And I would say, for me, it's looking like I'm typically getting 2 to 3 times the speed on the World Mobile, because I guess it's this priority data that's giving this, part of getting this extra boost.
And Vicky, over in Singapore, did you have access to cable networks or?
I haven't tested actually.
Okay.
That might be something I would try today. But it did pick up the biggest telco
Yeah.
company,
The
which is
biggest, the largest
Mm.
telco, yeah.
Yeah, so perhaps, just for people, maybe they're not quite sure what we're talking about, but you can go into that World Mobile eSIM and there is an option in there to scan for the different networks that you could choose from. And you could force it to be one, or you can leave it on automatic switching to get the best performance.
It's been recommended to leave it on
To leave it on the
automatic.
auto, for sure.
Yeah. So just to reiterate, what you've seen here is the beta version of that one-stop shop dashboard, and we were the lucky testers of it. And I think we're really, really impressed with what we've seen. The fact that you can do your staking, you can monitor all of this, even your nodes are showing on there. And then you can manage multiple SIM cards or even family plans with discounts on the additional plans. That was an awesome experience. And
Yeah.
really, at the end of the day, what Vicky, what you did was what we need to experience is traveling the world, crossing borders without having to worry about anything. Literally.
That's definitely what I need to experience, Dave. I need to
we all
just
need a holiday.
travel the world without any issues.
We all need
It
a
sounds
holiday.
good to me. You've sold me, Dave.
I've sold you, yes. Now it is like for us, and I think a lot of people here in Australia will relate to this because we're all from different nations, different countries, and we'd want to be able to just go back to a country without having to worry about that telecom
Yeah, it's
nightmare.
just one less thing that you've got to deal with and organize and think about, Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. I personally have I carry a lot of things with me when I travel. I have my laptop, I have my iPad, iPhone, and my headphones and my bag.
Yeah.
I carry like 3 bags with me, and then there's the luggage, and
Your
then I'm
neck
trying
pillow.
to
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I'm trying to contact whoever I need to contact when I land. It could be my colleagues or my friend or my family. And when when the eSIM doesn't work right away, or I have to, switch SIM cards, it adds
Yeah.
that extra layers of complexity and challenge.
Yeah, and for me, I've always found like I land somewhere, you go, oh, right, okay, that's right, I need an eSIM. So then you get online, there's so many different options and things. It's like, oh, God, what do I do? And then often I'll just end up walking to some kiosk in the airport and go, oh, just quickly grab an eSIM there. You know you're overpaying, but you're like, oh, I don't care, I just need something quickly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it removes a fair bit of hassle, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you're on a secure network, all encrypted,
Yeah.
all in the one place as well. You don't have to open accounts with many different people. You just have your one World Mobile account, and that's it. Less subscriptions and
Yeah. Less
Yeah.
things to deal with, less headache. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how many stars do we give it? I'll give it 5. What do you reckon?
I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's
Vicky,
great.
what's your verdict?
I would give 4.5 just because I like to watch Netflix all the time and be on YouTube all the time. So I think I would switch to like a local eSIM if I'm traveling for a longer time. So if I'm staying there for more than a week or so, I would use World Mobile Travel Global Access Plan as kind of the backup or something that I would have with me all the time while I'm traveling. But if I need to be on conference calls when I'm there, that requires a lot of data. Unless I have Wi-Fi available, maybe I would try to get something that has like, I don't know, 100 gigabytes just to be secure. But that's when I'm traveling like business trips for a long time per se. But yeah,
I'm sure there'll be other options available in the future. larger,
looking
larger,
forward. Yeah.
larger data allowances and things.
Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to actually have you, click that button and try it for yourself and experience what it is to be a mobiler. Until next time, see you guys.
Bye all.
Thank you. Bye.
Reclaim.